Hello, good afternoon, students. We are today going to discuss on capital budgeting. Now, what do you mean by capital budgeting? Capital budgeting is the decision regarding the fixed assets or long-term projects. Capital budgeting decision is a very important and crucial factor for any financial manager because investment in the long-term projects or assets involves substantial amount of risk and return. Through the help of financial management techniques, a financial manager can assess the financial viability of a project or a number of projects. For this, he has to apply different analytical method and technique to reach a decision regarding acceptability of a project. Therefore, this is clear that long-term investment decision is a very important driver for the company and has a definite effect on the growth of the company. So, this is capital budgeting, and there are various methods in capital budgeting. At first, we are seeing that there are traditional method. Here you see traditional method. Under traditional method, there are payback period method and average rate of return or accounting rate of return method. I try to discuss payback period method. Average rate of return method will be discussed in later class. Now this is traditional method, and there are also discounted methods. In discounted methods, time value of money is considered, but here in traditional method, time value of money is not considered. But the time value of money is very important for any decision making technique. Now, discounted method. Under discounted method, there are these techniques. Number one, net present value method, that is known as NPV method. NPV method. And number two, profitability index method. And number three, internal rate of return or IRR method. Now I discuss in detail the individual methods. At first, number one, payback period. We have already mentioned that under payback period method, time value of money is not considered. Now here, initial investment, what is payback period? That is initial investment divided by net cash inflows per year. Very simple. And what is average rate of return? Average rate of return, that is average annual profit after depreciation, this is depreciation and tax, by total average investment of the project into 100. Clear? And under discounted method, there is net present value method. What is net present value? Net present value is the present value of cash inflows minus present value of cash outflows. So we have to convert all cash inflows in present value and all cash outflows in also present value. Then we have to calculate the difference between these two, and we will get net present value. Now profitability index method. Profitability index method, also known as benefit cost ratio. This is nothing but the ratio between these two factors. PV, present value of net cash inflows, divided by present value of cash outflows. Clear? Now method number 3, that is internal rate of return method. Internal rate of return. What is internal rate of return? Internal rate of return for a capital investment is that discounting factor that equates the present value of the expected cash inflows with the present value of expected cash outflows. That means here, that is present value of cash inflows and present value of cash outflows will be equal. That means at internal rate of return, net present value will be 0. So what is internal rate of return? Internal rate of return is that discounting factor by which if we discount the cash inflows and cash outflows, the net present value will be 0. This is the fundamental idea of internal rate of return. Now we directly go to a problem and try to solve it. Now see, the cost of a machine is 50,000. The initial cost of the machine is 50,000 and cost of capital equal to 10% per annum. What is cost of capital? That is, if we borrow this money from a bank, we have to pay 10% interest rate. That is the cost of capital. And the life of the project, that is machine or project, the life is 5 years. The life of the project is 5 years. After 5 years, scrap value or salvage value will be 0. There will be no scrap value or salvage value from the machine. Now cash inflows are expected to be as follows. Cash inflows for the various year, the life of the project is 5 years. So for these 5 years, the cash inflows are different for different years. Here see, inflows for the first year 15,000, for the second year 20,000, third year 25,000, fourth year 15,000, and after 5 years we will get 10,000. So these are the total. This is the total cash inflows we got from this machine or from this project. Now when we calculate payback period, we should not consider any time value of money. So for calculating payback period, cost of capital is not required. Here only we have written year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cash inflows are written. That is in 1000 it is given 15,000, 20,000. I have written here 15, 20, 25, 15, 10. That is here it is written rupees 1000. So 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 15,000, 10,000. And we have to calculate the cumulative cash inflows. This is CI, cumulative CI, that is cumulative cash inflows. Cumulative cash inflows, how we calculate the cumulative cash inflows? Now for the first year it is 15. For the second year 15 plus 20, that is 35. For third year it is 15 plus 20 plus 25, that is 60. For fourth year it is 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 15, that is 75. And at the end of fifth year, that is all you have to add all these cash inflows and you will get 85,000 is the cumulative cash inflows for the fifth year. Now what is the payback period? Now see here, 35, after 35 it is 60. So 50,000 can be realized after 2 years, some 2 years plus some months. See, 35,000 is already realized in the second year. So remaining 15,000, that is 50,000 minus 35,000, 35,000, yes, 50,000 minus 35,000 should be realized in third year. But in third year, 25,000 was realized. The cash inflows was 25,000. So how many days or months will be required to realize the balance amount, that is 15,000? Here see, payback period 2 years plus 15 minus 35, that is the balance amount to be realized, by 25,000, that is 25,000 were realized in third year, 25 into 12 months or into 365 days. So here if you calculate this value, you will get 7.2 months or to 19 days. If you multiply here instead of 12 by 365, you will get 219 days, 219 days, and if you multiply 12 months, that is, you will get 7.2 months. So the payback period will be 2 years and 7.2 months, or 2 years and 219 days. So this is the payback period method. Clear? Now, net present value. Net present value. Here, see, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is written. Cash inflows are written 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 15,000, 10,000. Now you have to calculate the present value factor, PV factor, that is present value factor. What is present value? Present value means the value which we will get after 1 year or 2 years. What will be the value at the present? That is present value. Now here is the formula to calculate present value. Present value 1 plus I to the power minus n. Here n represents the year. So the value of n will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And I will be the cost of capital, that is 10%. Here I equal to 10%, that is 0.1. So 1 plus 0.1 to the power minus 1 for the first year, it will be 0.909. And for the second year, it will be 1 plus 0.1 to the power minus 2, that is 0.826. In this way, we can calculate the present value factor for 10%, that is I equal to 10%, in this way, that is 0.909, 0.826, etc. So we have to write this present value factor here. Here we have to write this 0.909, 0.826, 0.75. Let us write this here. We have to write 0.909, 0.826, 0.751, 0.683, 0.621, and we have calculated in this way. Now see, we have to multiply present value factor with cash inflows, that is 15,000 into 0.909, we will get 13,635. 20,000 into 0.826, that is 16,520. In this way, we have got all the present value of all cash inflows, and we have added all cash inflows present value. So the total present value of total cash inflows, all the cash inflows, is 65,385. That is present value of cash inflows, all cash inflows, 65,385. And you know the 50,000 here, 50,000. Now see, 50,000 was the cost of the machine. So 50,000 is the initial investment. So here 50,000 is the present value of cash outflow. So 50,000 is the initial cost, that is present value of cash outflows. Here, so NPV will be 65,385 minus 50,000. So that is NPV equal to 15,385. That is NPV. So the value of NPV will be 15,385. Clear? Now the second method, that is profitability index method. Under profitability index, we have to calculate. Under profitability index method, we have to calculate the profitability index. So profitability index equals to present value of cash, all cash inflows, upon present value of all cash outflows. Here present value of cash inflows is already calculated, 65,385, and present value of cash outflow is 50,000. So it is 1.3077 is the profitability index. Clear? So we have learned the second method of the discounted method. Now number 3, that is internal rate of return method. For internal rate of return method, we have to choose another discounting factor, that is PV factor. Say it may be 20%, it may be 25%. We have to choose any interest rate or cost of capital. That is, we have chosen here 20%. You may choose it as it is 25%. No problem. So we have considered the second PV factor as 20%, and all the PV factors we have calculated all the PV factors at 20%. Now see here for 20% PV factor, it will be 0.2 to the power minus 1, 1 plus 0.2 to the power minus 2, 1 plus 0.2 to the power minus 3. In this way, we have calculated the PV factor at 20% rate, and we have got this value 0.833, 0.694, 0.579, 0.482, 0.402. This is the PV factor at 20% rate. Now we have multiplied this value with the cash inflows. So 15,000 into 0.833, we have got 12,495. In this way, we have calculated all the present value of cash inflows at 20% rate here, and the total present value of all cash inflows is 50,576. We have got this figure. Clear? Now, that is at 20% rate. What will be the net present value? Net present value will be 50,576 minus 50,000. That is, NPV at 20% will be 576. This figure, 576. So it is required for calculating IRR. For NPV method or profitability index method, this table is not required. It is required only when we will be asked to calculate the internal rate of return. So internal rate of return, what is the formula? IRR. IRR equal to lower rate. Here, see, lower rate plus NPV at lower rate upon difference in NPV between higher and lower rate into difference in rate. So put this value here. Lower rate, that is 10%, 10 plus NPV at lower rate, that is 15385 we have written, and the difference between two NPV, that is 15385 minus 576 into difference in rate, that 20% minus 10%, 20 minus 10 we have written here. So finally we got the value after calculating. We have got the value 20.38895. So this is the internal rate of return. If we discount all the cash inflows by this rate, we'll get the net present value as 0. Clear? So these are the methods for capital budgeting. So you have to learn these techniques, and these methods are used for viability, to determine the viability of a project, or if you can also compare 2 projects or 3 projects to choose the best project. Clear? So by these methods you can choose the best projects, or you can say that whether the project is viable or not. So these techniques are very important. So please learn these techniques and try to solve the problems. Okay, thank you.